Thought I'd just do a quick video. It is Sunday the 20th of September. Time is just flying. The cold air or the cooler air has settled in Massachusetts, and fall is definitely upon us. You know, schools are opening and a lot of people are being forced indoors now. I can't see the restaurants hanging on that much longer here. So many more are bound to close. Look at this. Another article announced Raytheon, one of Massachusetts' largest employers, cuts 15,000 jobs. They blame it to the airlines. 15,000 people in Massachusetts. Yep. Another article here. Movie theaters. No one is there. They got the green light to open and no one is going. Yeah, it says Tenet, I guess they were anticipating a big reopening. Yep, so much for the big recovery. I think as long as this anchor, which is COVID, is around, it's going to sink ships. I mean, people aren't going to restaurants. People aren't going anywhere. If they're working, they have extra money now. There's no entertainment anymore, right? So what are they doing with their extra money? And when there's nowhere else to go, they put it in the stock market. I mean, historically, going back hundreds of years, people always wanted to speculate and do something with their money. You know, back in the 1600s, there was a tulip bubble. In 1690, there was Exchange Alley. In 1750, there was the South Sea bubble, .com bubble in real estate, right? And everyone puts any extra money and they speculate and they pump it up so much, it's bound to crash. I mean, just think, the Fed is injecting so much money, right? I talked about this in my last video. The Fed is injecting so much money that we are so reliant on the government for help. I mean, people in America say, you know, we have a free market and we're a free country. Yet, we are so reliant on the government to save our economy. We're so reliant on the government to issue stimulus checks to people. The bailouts happen every 10 years, and this is not a free economy. We are like socialist communists. I mean, it's getting to the point where the hypocrisy is just astounding. There are no free markets. So the stock market's going to pop, and people are going to lose their money. The government right now, when they issue money, they have to issue it through banks, and then the banks do the loans, right? So then they give out the money. But what's going to happen is the banks are putting so many restrictions on that money that only the rich can get that money. And it's not fueling the economy, right? So I think because of the difficulties in obtaining a loan, that the economy is not going to thrive the way the Fed wants it to, right? I think people are not going to either have access to the money, and the money they do have is going to pay down debt. And the lack of economic activity is going to cause deflation. And I think once this stock market pops, because it's going to, along with the real estate, because that too is going to pop, we're going to go into a time period of deflation where the prices are going to start to tumble. And the government doesn't want deflation. So what the Fed is going to do is they're going to bypass banks and start sending money directly to people, right? This is sort of like the stimulus package or a UBI. They're going to start bypassing banks and just injecting cash into individuals' hands. If that's not a form of socialism, what is? Right? People don't want free health care. They don't want UBI, but we're so reliant on government aid that we're already there. Anyway, they're going to bypass the banks, and we're all going to get, Americans are going to get checks to go out and spend. But what are we spending it on? It's going to be winter time. People aren't flying. People aren't going to restaurants. There's no concerts. There's no plays. There's no movie theaters people aren't going to. Where are people going to spend this money? I know they want us to, and I understand that. They want us just to buy more goods, new sweaters, new slippers. I don't know. What do they want us to do with the money? We're in strange times. All right, so after people start getting all this money, right, and there's an influx into the people that actually spur the economy, I think we're going to see inflation again. And I think if they continuously do it, we're going to see hyperinflation. And that money is going to be pretty much worthless over a period of time, right? Because if you inject too much money and the prices are too high, the rich are going to get richer and the poor are going to get poorer. I have no real recommendations for anybody. I thought maybe precious metals will, but that too is speculation. Everything is speculation. You can buy Bitcoin, you can hold on to dollars, you can go into the stock, whatever it is that drives an influx of people to go out and buy something with the hopes that it rises. But it ain't no free market anymore. There is no free market anymore. The government controls everything. It's scary. It's going to be a long winter, folks. Please subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Have a nice day.